Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. It's been so long since the last time I played it. It's been about a month, which is a really long time. And in that amount of time, a lot of things happened. Now the reason behind why this has been a month since I recorded it is because I had a lot of things to do. Starting off with the fact that I had the finals for school, so I had that, so I took a 2-week break for that in order to study for it and actually do it. After that I had a driving exam, so now I'm almost have my license. I have my license by the end of the week, and a lot of other things happen as well. And in that amount of time I've done a lot of things. Of that is that I'm planning on doing the AFK town because of some reasons. I made the quarry a few layers deeper, right? And I've smelted everything I could have. Now, I found some kelp. I cooked the kelp into kelp blocks, right? And I saw that the kelp blocks were really good for smelting. I went to the nether, farmed a lot of netherite, created nether bricks, and overall I just smelted a lot of the material on hand. And if you can see my inventory, I also have enchanted equipment. Now the reason I have the enchanted equipment is, before I actually tell you about that, let me grab some stone. It's gonna be everything I carry. Right, stone bricks. Okay, so the reason behind why I have enchanted equipment is because I went to the end in order to farm netherite and look for soulstone, or soulstone rather, yeah. And I ran into a small little piglin outpost from which I got a lot of enchanted equipment from, but they were all gold equipment. And when I got back, for some odd reason, I don't know why, I was attacked by what I presume to be headless horsemen, or skeleton horsemen rather. Essentially there was a giant lightning storm, and after the lightning storm they came about 4 zombie skeletons, all riding zombie horses, or rather skeletal horses. I don't know why, but I got the skeleton horses in here, and it was just weird how they attacked. They have enchanted equipment, so I got a bow with power 2, and I also ran into an zombie, right, which contained looting 2 and fire 1 iron sword. And while I was in the end dimension, I also got a crossbow, and I also got a trident from an drowned, which was very, very interesting. Now what I'm gonna do in this video is essentially destroy the whole farm. The reason being is because while I was doing all of that, I found that the iron tower wasn't producing any iron golems, and the reason behind that was because the villagers are too close. Now I didn't realize this, and I was about to make another video where I create the wheat farm, so I filled up this whole area, and I was about to start the video when I noticed that the iron tower wasn't creating any iron farms. So what I decided was I was going to build them much farther away on the other side of the lake, which was roughly 120 something blocks away, which would have been enough so that way the villagers wouldn't affect the iron tower, but it would be close enough so that way I could stand in the middle and AFK both sides. So I arduously, or very difficultly, brought some villagers over, right? And I have all the villagers in here, so I'm gonna slowly take them out and rebuild them here. And I have to fill in all this dirt in. I have to level out this whole area, and I've sort of marked out the edges of where it's gonna be. I also have to fill in this giant hole, which I've already started, which is just a giant pit into what seems to be a cave, an underground water caves. So I'm gonna do that. And as for where I found the kelp was over in that direction. I just swam past the village into what looked like an ocean biome. I got the kelp from there, and I farmed the kelp. And the kelp is going to be very, very helpful in the upcoming episodes where I create an automatic farm, like a giant forge, which is going to be a kelp farm, which is going to automatically smelt the kelp. The smelted kelp is going to go into an autocrafter to create kelp blocks, and the kelp blocks are going to go into the furnace area. So this is going to be the furnace area right here, and the automatic kelp farm right here. So I'm gonna be right back with once I figure out everything I need to do. Okay, now first things first, what I need to do is fill in the whole area with dirt and mine away the whole mountain over here. So I'm gonna do just that. Okay, now that I have built the basic layout, I have each plot with a farmer, 1, 2, 3, 4 farmers, and another farmer in the very middle, which is going to collect everything, right? I just haven't planned everything. Now the last step of this plan is, if it works, is to kill everyone over there and see if the iron farm starts working. If the iron farm working, meaning I can start building villagers and other villager things over here, and it won't interfere with the iron farm. Now if it does work and the iron farm does work, what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to finish building this one, and I'm also going to build a second one, right? So one's going to be all carrots, one's going to be all potatoes, and I have some villagers way over there in the corner which I'm going to breed in order to fill this up. And after all that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a third and a fourth one, which is going to be brand new farms, which is going to be the wheat farm and the beetroot farm. So look, they're dead now, and somehow this guy spawned here. Okay, that should have been about the 10th iron golem that spawned, roughly the 10th. Got plenty of everything. So now that we know the iron farm works and the farms way over there aren't affecting it, that means I could destroy this and rebuild it over there. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, while I was in the middle of building this whole thing, I just got attacked by some pillagers. They're way over here. I have no idea why. They're way over there. I have no idea why they appeared. Because there's probably a pillager outpost. So I guess there's probably a pillager outpost somewhere around here, right? And I'm gonna see if I could go raid that. Oh, he did drop something. There's also another one. There was more. And there's another one hiding somewhere. So okay, there's just like a giant flower patch on this mountain, I guess. That's kind of weird. Other than that, I have not found anything that would result in a pillager being spawned, and I am very, very much confused as to why pillagers, or how pillagers even appear here. So I'm gonna go back to building, and I'll see you guys when the whole thing is done. Okay, I finished building the whole first building, and it's all done. All inside are all farmers, and below it I put down some hoppers with a chest, and I found another problem. It turns out that the farmers don't give potatoes to other farmers. These 4 potatoes are the only potatoes I've gotten, and this has been going on for the past few hours. And I figured out how to fix this, right? So remove the collection in the very middle, and instead employ this collection method right here. So what essentially is that each villager has an inventory of 8, meaning if they collect, let's say, 8 stacks of potatoes, then all the other potatoes they destroy is just going to be left up top. And since the minecart with hopper can collect items through tilled blocks, the minecart with hopper is what's going to collect all the blocks. So what's going to happen is the villager is going to destroy potato is just going to remain there. The minecart with hopper will eventually get there and pick it up. Now let's say, right, these are the potatoes that get dropped. The minecart with hopper will come by and pick it up and bounce off the other wall, and then come all the way back here into the drop-off section, which is chest, hopper, comparator, repeater, and torch. It essentially powers off when there's items in here, and all the items will come out, and then it will go back to doing it. Now this will be much better because this will reduce all the hoppers, which can reduce lag, and so I'm probably going to employ this in the whole this whole area and make it essentially, instead of it being 4, make it one giant railway system. Okay, I just finished building the whole building except for the roof, and I put in the villagers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. For that villager right there, I gave him 8 stacks of carrots, and everyone else doesn't have any carrots in the inventory. And for this villager right here, the only reason he's not being a farmer with that, even though that is right there, is because the 2 farmers over there, which I breeded in order to get extra villagers, they're taking up the job. So when they're removed, he's going to become a farmer. He's going to farm the whole plot. And for this one, since I gave it 8 stacks of carrots, his inventory is full. And whenever it decides to mine carrots, or break carrots when it does, right? Give it a sec. Right, it breaks the carrots. It takes however many carrots it takes in order to fill his inventory, and whatever's left over gets left up. Okay, gets left, like for example right here. Minecarts below it go around and pick it all up, and the minecarts lag deposit it in here, right here, and we already have 27 carrots. Now the only downside about this whole plan is that for the time being it's not going to create carrots at all, except for this small plot here since his inventory is full. The other 3 plots, they're going to mine carrots until their inventory is full, which is going to be 8 stacks, and only then will the minecart start collecting it. And for the minecart system down below, what I did was I cut it in half. So this half is the first 2 plots, and this one is the 3rd and 4th plot, both connecting into this one chest right here. So whenever the inventory is full and this can be up and running, it's going to be 4 full plots of farmers who aren't going to lose their jobs at all. Now one of the main problems with this system right here, with the guy in the middle, is that sometimes the villager, they lose their job, and the guy in the middle takes their job from them. And when that happens, a whole quarter of the whole building, or farm rather, is inoperable. Can't be worked because, well, there's not enough farmers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the collection system down below into here, and I also built this building right here, and it looks slightly different. It's essentially going to be the exact same idea as this one right here, this building, but it's just going to be one ginormous plot of land, and this one is going to be for wheat. It's going to be two stories, so it's going to be one collection system and wheat farm here, another collection system here, and then a wheat farm up top. So it's going to be 2 stories tall. And over here, just the very corner, I'm going to build another one over here. It's going to be for beetroot, and I'm going to finish all this off camera, and when it comes to the final touches, I'll show you guys them. And with that, the bottom layer is done. Now to reiterate as to how this whole works is that we have a 13 by 13 square in the very middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a hole that goes 1 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 13 by 13, and in the very middle there's a hole. In the middle of the hole we have redstone torches all the way, right? Which is then covered up. And we'll put one here just for sakes, so we remember where it is. And the opposite corner, where the very end is going to be, there's going to be another hole with a torch on it and a block over it. So this right here is going to be the very end of the whole system. Now that that is done, what we need to do is connect all of these up. So this is going to be where the collection spot is going to be, so we need to connect all this up. So we're going to connect it, going back and forth. Ooh, luckily this is just enough. One more. Now that that is done, what we need to do is cover this up. So, like that, and 2 stone bricks right there. So now that the whole thing is covered up and it goes back and forth with the middle being powered rails, so that way it gives the minecart a boost, right? We're going to go back and do the collection system. So how this is going to work is we're going to have a chest, which I don't have before that. So there's going to be a chest right over here with the hopper going facing that way. So we're going to have a block here, then we're going to have a block here and block here, right? So we're going to have one of those over there, torch right over here, and a repeater facing the block right over here. So now I just have to get out and get myself a chest and hopper. So we go down here. Right, so we'll have a chest right over here. Mine with the hopper facing the chest. If I can get it to work. That works like that, and another minecart red car right there. Seems I might have made a mistake somewhere. But luckily I already finished all the other buildings. Because, well, why not? Ah, that's what the mistake I did. Just grab everything and fix it. Right. So we'll get some oak planks. So there'll be actually let me just do this out, because essentially it's 2 buildings are directly copied from each other. Right, so it'll be redstone repeater right over here. Right here, facing that. Then we'll have a block right behind it and above it. So we'll have a redstone repeater going in there, a torch right over here, and that should be it to get the mic out with hopper. Over here, I should go. So this will be the collection system all done. Now all that's left is to hide this, or rather, probably not a good idea to hide this, because I'll probably be needing the chest. So I'll just do this right here. Right, collect all this because I'm gonna have this open for the time being. Because I need this space for a different episode. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. It's enough. So this would be like that, right? Now that the collection system is all done and there's a collection system inside, what we need to do is fill the whole area up with dirt. So let me just do that. Okay, now that inside has all been done and filled with dirt, what we're gonna do is find the very center of this. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here. Right there is the very center. Right? So we're gonna put a slab down there. We're gonna create a water pool right here real quick. So we're gonna fill this up with water. We're gonna have a block on top of it, like so, right? Then we're gonna have a composter, have slabs around the composter, so as not to allow the villager to access it, because if he can access it, he's gonna turn the seeds into bone meal, which is not gonna be good. But like this, he can still access the job and the tiles underneath the plant. So now we're gonna do the outer one. So that's gonna be 3 out of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 over. Oh, I just fell. That is not good. Okay, let me just refix my mistake. Slab, water. Now to cover this up, rather, yeah. So 2 blocks and a slab. 2 blocks and slab. 2 blocks and a slab. Now we don't need this water anymore, so we're gonna destroy that. Now we need lighting inside of here, so that way the plants can grow and mobs don't spawn. Right? Now that that's done, we just need to put a slab on top of here, just so it looks okay-ish, and we just need to till it. So I'm gonna till this and plant all the seeds, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've planted all the seeds, right, what we need now is a villager. Now, the way I've been doing this is that I essentially create the whole thing, essentially copy it and put it up there. So the collecting system is right here, and there's another floor where the exact same thing is copied and pasted essentially. And I did the exact same thing on the other side for Beetroot. So one right here and another one right here. And since it's 1 floor higher, there was a lot of redstone material, or rather infrastructure, that are hidden behind this small little entrance that we saw earlier. And it all goes into this chest from the 2nd floor, and hoppers all the way going down. So that way the hoppers can go down into the chest, and all the materials can go into one chest, and that's going to be very helpful for a future plan I have, where I have all the items from all the farms into one storage system. And this current one is already producing a lot of materials from up top. That's for the Beetroot one. Since it's already been introduced with the hopper going all the way up, it's been collecting a lot of stuff. Right? So now since we need a villager, I have the minecarts all set up, and how I did for the 2nd floor was I just minecart up. Just need to get the villagers now. Right? So in the corner where I have some villagers, villager breeding station essentially. Yeah. Oh, lag. So let me just give them some bread, so they could begin. Minecart right here, so that way the moment the baby villager comes out, it's going to be instantly into the minecart, and then I could ship it to where I need it to go. I think I need some more beds. Let's go get some more beds. And as for the other farms, for example the carrot farm, so while I was doing all this, it's been producing a ton of carrots. Same for the potato farm, it's also producing a ton of potatoes. Let's quick look at it real quick. See a ton of potatoes, and it's been working very, very well. And everything's being collected. So for that extra bed, what we need is 3 wool and 3 planks. Do I have enough of anything? And as for all these seeds that we needed for the whole farm, as to where I got these all from, is that while I was taking my break, what I did was I turned the whole area into one giant farm, planted everything, and then I went away and did all the stuff that I needed to do, like practice for my exams, learn how to drive, and had some insurance courses I needed to do. So while I did all that, I just had the PlayStation running, seeds growing, and I was back in like an hour or so, and I took it all, replanted it, and then I just repeated. Okay, here it is. Let's do 2 beds. And because of that, I got a ton of seeds, and the whole thing right there, right, requires roughly 20 stacks of seeds for just one of the buildings, which is a lot, since each villager needs to have 8 stacks of seeds in order to fill up its inventory, so it no longer picks up seeds, and that took a real long time. So I had to have 8 stacks of beetroot seeds for this villager, 8 stacks for the beetroot seeds for the other villager, 8 stacks of seeds for that villager, and then another 8 for this one, which all in all is a lot, not even counting all the seeds that I did plant already. Okay, now that that's there, I'm going to start breeding, hopefully. That's enough. Oh, yep, they're breeding now. Okay, they're taking a real long time. Okay, now that we have one of those, we'll destroy these, so that way I don't have too many villagers being spawned. I should leave a few here for future endeavors. Okay, now the villager, once he's been born, it comes up to explore surroundings, gets trapped in the minecart, and now it's my dutiful slave, essentially. And then it just pushes it along to where it needs to go. Now it's into the farm. Now I just need to wait for this guy to grow up and become a adult, so that way he has an inventory, which I could give him some seeds. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna see if I could destroy all the railway and unnecessary items that I have, and once that's done I'll be right back. Okay, now that the villager has grown up and is now a farmer, you have to give him 8 stacks of seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9th stack, which you shouldn't be able to pick up. Right? Now break the minecart, and you should start farming soon enough. You put away the extra seeds. While I was also waiting for that, I also decided to hide away the side, so now it looks kind of pretty. It looks like a small bridge, and I covered up the inside as well. So that way we have one chest at the bottom collecting all the items, and another on the other side collecting all the items as well, which is a ton of wheat and seeds. And another thing I forgot to do was that I read somewhere that if you trade with a villager, they get locked into their job and are unable to lose it. So that way, if I trade with this villager, this new villager, she'll forever be a farmer, right? And he won't be able to lose his job. That's what I heard. So we'll just give him a little bit, and when he starts farming, we'll know. And once it hits morning, he should start farming. Yep, he started farming now. So what he's going to do is he's going to destroy the wheat. He's going to drop seeds and wheat. Yeah, his inventory is full of seeds. So the only thing he could ever pick up is seeds. So he's going to go around, destroy the wheat, pick up any seeds, fill up his inventory to the max, and the wheat and any extra seeds are going to be left over for the minecart to pick up. He's going to store it all down here. Same thing is going to happen to the other side, since he has beetroot seeds in his inventory and he can only get beetroot. It seems there's a problem. They can't reach the bottom one, so now they're stuck that way. They want to get the one underneath the slabs, but they can't reach it. So I'm going to quickly fix that, right, and I'll be right back. Okay, I fixed the bottom one, and as for the top one, it seems it's the exact same problem. He gets stuck. I didn't really think of that, so I'm gonna fix the top one as well. Okay, so what I decided to do was destroy the most bottom layer of it and fill it up with trapdoors instead. So that way he can still access the seeds underneath it, or rather the wheat underneath it, but he won't be able to reach the composter. Because if he can reach the composter, he can turn his seeds into bone meal, which is not going to be good, because then there's going to be a lot of wheat seeds wasted. And I did that to the other side as well. Oh, nearly died there. So I could destroy the pillar I made. As for the bottom one, all I did was just destroy the composter in the middle, so that way they connected the composters outside. And another plus side of having all these random composters around is that everyone's automatically all just going to be farmers. There's no one going to be here who's not going to try to be anything else, right? So like he just got angry and lost his job, but since I traded with him, he's forever going to be a farmer. So he's just going to connect to another composter and continue on. So now that all this is over, right? I forgot to mention that I also take another break in between this episode. The reason being because I ran out of redstone and gold, so I had to go to the nether and get all the gold. And as for the redstone, I went down inside of the mine that I had, that I think I went inside of in the 3rd or 4th episode, and something very weird happened down there. Because before it was just a stone cave, like all the walls were made of stone. But now everything down there is turned into deep slate. So it's now a deep slate cave, and a lot of the blocks and torches I placed on are all gone. So what probably happened, okay, this is weird. What probably happened is that with the new update of Tricky Trials, the underground area all changed. Probably changed because of the updates. That's that. And while I was in the nether, I forgot to mention, I'm not sure if I did mention it, but I got some soul sand, which is going to be very helpful for the next upcoming videos, right? I got that by trading with the piglin, or rather, I think they were piglins. They were holding gold swords that look like pigs. I gave them some gold, and they gave me soul sand in return and a lot of other junk. And there I also found an outpost, a piglin outpost, and there I also found a lot of other stuff, gold items mainly, but I got some enchanted gear from there as well. So I'm probably gonna decide to decorate this area a little bit off camera. Other than that, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.